Shields up, Ironbreakers. Rurikhan here coming at you with another video. Welcome back to Monster Hunter Rise, and today we're going to be talking about the update which was added onto the game earlier this week. Now, naturally, I'm talking about the Street Fighter collaboration event, which is pretty friggin' awesome, and I'll tell you guys exactly why. But that was not the only thing that was added into the game, unless I missed an update at some point, which might be possible. But I also noticed that there was an arena quest that was added, Challenge Quest 3, I believe. I'm not sure if that was before the Street Fighter collab or if that was during the Street Fighter collab. Please let me know in the comment section below. But basically, I went into that quest and I failed to find the challenge part of it. There's basically a T-Rex in the arena. You beat the crap out of the T-Rex, not really that big of a deal. I went in there with the sword and shield, beat him up. Didn't really think like he was that different from a regular T-Rex. Did he have tweaked stats or something? I didn't really notice it that much. So yeah, that was the arena quest. Obviously, before we got the Street Fighter update, we also had that Kushala quest. That one was not that hard, but before that we had a really good quest, which was the one that I posted the video, Apex Mizutsune, Apex Zenogre. That quest was awesome, and I really enjoyed it because it really brought a significant amount of challenge, and it actually took me a couple of hours to get a run that I was pleased with. Now, you guys know me, I'm not really a speed runner. I'm not going to be resetting quests left, right, and center. I respect the people who do that. I think that it is great to watch, you know, skilled players go at it and just destroy monsters. That's not me. I'm just the guy who goes in there, tries to get the job done, and I just try to get it done in a way that kind of pleases me. Not necessarily the fastest of way, just getting it done, right? So when it came to that quest, we used the gun lance on there, but we've reached that point where I tend to reach this point in a lot of Monster Hunter games where I just feel like the gun lance as a weapon is basically holding me back. And that is because, you know, quite simply, the weapon does not dish out the same amount of damage as a lot of other weapons in the game. There's just something wrong with the gun lance always. I don't know what it is. They always seem to do something to that weapon that it ends up not really performing whenever you're talking about the endgame hunts. That's the reason why when I went in there for the Street Fighter collaboration quest, I decided to take the sword and shield instead. As a matter of fact, moving forward, I'm probably going to be using sword and shield in most of my hunts in Rise because, you know, Capcom is dialing up the difficulty, which is something I appreciate. Like, I'm happy about it. I want to make sure people understand. I love the fact that we're getting more challenging quests, and I think that this is something that a lot of people in the community wanted. As a matter of fact, what I would say is, like, we want even more. Not necessarily more challenging than the one that we just got with the Street Fighter event. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, I'll explain in just a bit. But not necessarily harder than that particular Rajang, but just more of them. And I know that for a lot of the community, a lot of people want rewards out of those quests as well. I can understand that. But to me, just give me more challenging quests, more challenges for me to take on. That's kind of like enough for me, really. I just want to go in there, beat the crap out of some monsters, and enjoy myself. I've actually spent quite a couple of hours in the quest for the Street Fighter collab quest because obviously I went after that second Rajang. Now, for those of you that are not aware, there's two Rajangs in the map, and if you read the text description, one of the things that you'll learn is that Dan from Street Fighter is actually the one who gives you that quest, and that there's two Rajangs in there, and one has a dark aura. So basically, if you go after the Rajang that's in the ground, he's fairly simple. He's a traditional Rajang, like, you know, any Rajang in Rise, which is fairly easy. So you can beat him up, get the materials to craft the Akuma layered armor set, which, by the way, looks friggin' amazing. And I love the fact that basically they hide the weapon if you use the sword and shield, which makes it seem like, you know, Akuma is fighting the monsters with his bare hands. You also get the Go Hadouken effect whenever you throw a kunai, which is pretty cool. You know, it really makes it feel like you are Akuma fighting the monsters, and that is pretty nice. Even though, you know, if you're a sword and shield man, you're going to recognize a lot of the animations, which is pretty cool. If you use the windmill, you get the special kick that they do in Street Fighter. And if you use, obviously, Metsu Shoryugeki, you get the Dragon Punch, Akuma's version of the Dragon Punch. I'm not too familiar with Street Fighter lore, so don't ask me, like, the specific names of anything. But basically, I thought Akuma looked pretty badass, and I liked the detail that they did with that particular weapon. You know, if you use a sword and shield, it basically hides it, and, you know, you get that effect. As a matter of fact, I was thinking, like, be cool if they did something like that for other weapons. Like, for instance, if they were able to actually do a collab with Nintendo, even though most likely that's not going to happen. Me and Gaijin talked about why that is most likely not going to happen in the Third Fleet podcast. But if they were, it'd be great if we could get, like, a Metroid suit, you know, get Samus Aran's armor, and then you know, you could use that for the gun lance, where basically Samus's cannon would become the gun lance, and you would have, you know, you'd effectively be playing as Samus with the gun lance. Obviously, I know that all the light bowgunners are going to be like, hey, what about us? And yeah, sure, make the cannon also work for the light bowguns and the heavy bowguns. I think that'd be fine. But basically, you could get it to work for all those. Like, look at that. I actually came up with an idea that can be used for 3 different weapons. You get the Metroid armor, and you can use that for 3 different weapons. That'd be amazing. But, you know, most likely it's not going to happen. But a guy can dream, right? Because I thought that was pretty cool. But anyways, the thing about this this second Rajang in that quest, when I first started doing the quest, I had seen on Twitter, Gaijin had posted that the second Rajang was significantly harder. So when I was doing the quest, I didn't even go after the first one. I went straight after the second one. And after I got my face smashed in multiple times by that beast, I said, I will not farm this quest until I beat this Rajang. And I'm not saying that anybody should do the same thing I did, you know, enjoy your game however the hell you feel like it. I'm just saying that was like a challenge that I put to myself because I thought that'd be cool. So I beat him, and then I beat him a couple more times, but you know, I never really got a run that I felt that I was satisfied with until earlier this morning. Earlier this morning, I was like, nah, this is the run. I need to get like a clean run on him where with no carts and where I'm just like performing as best as I possibly can. Now, I'm not a speed runner. I will be, you know, after this video, I'll let the run play out until the end if you guys want to watch it all the way. It's 11 minutes, which is not that good in terms of speed running. Like, I was looking up speed runs, and there was a dude that had like a sub 3 with a long sword, and I was like, oh, okay, never mind. Here I was all happy about my 11 minutes and 5 seconds, and this dude's just like rocking him in 3 minutes. I was like, okay, fine. But I did do it as Akuma, which I thought was pretty cool. In case you guys want a couple of tips as to how to deal with that second Rajang, one of the things that I would advise people is to eat for Moxie, because basically your health is almost binary in this encounter. It's almost like, hey, you either have full health or you got nothing. I mean, depending on how much defense you take into it, which, to be honest, I didn't really take that much defense. Probably it's my fault, but either way, every time Rajang hits you, you're gonna feel it. That second Rajang that's sleeping on top of the mountain, every time he touches you, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it really, really hard. So the way that I did this is I brought Moxie. I also brought like other stuff. I think I brought Slugger, and I don't think it was Booster. I think I might have brought even Defender. I think I might have done like Slugger, Defender, and Moxie. But the most important of those 3, in my opinion, is Moxie. Why? You bring in Moxie, you bring in ingredients to craft max potions, you bring 2 max potions with you, and then the way that you do it is Rajang hits you. You look at your health bar. Is it below Moxie? Pop a max potion. Is it above Moxie? Drop a healing potion, because you're not going to get one shot. That's kind of like how I went about my decision making throughout that fight. And just having that Moxie there, even almost like as a psychological thing, it helps you, because you're not thinking, oh crap, if he hits me with something, I'm literally going to be one shot, which is one thing that happened to me a lot in previous attempts, and it actually caused me to play a little bit more cautiously, and that would a lot of times get me killed, because you guys know the old adage is like, if you're not attacking, you're getting attacked, basically. If you're not hitting, you're getting hit, and that really applies itself into this fight. So you bring a little bit of Moxie, that'll keep you going, at least give you a little bit of a boost in confidence that you can take a couple of more chances. And then it's like, stick to his ass, pretty much. Just stick to his ass, and do remember to roll into his attacks a lot of times, because that actually helps you. You guys will notice in the gameplay that you're watching right here that a lot of times I will actually roll into the attacks of Rajang, because that will actually get me away from his fists. So try to keep yourself on Rajang's ass pretty much most of the time, and, you know, get the openings if you ever get the mount on him. Bring him over to the other Rajang in the map, you know, get the mount damage off that way. But other than that, he's just a Rajang. Just practice your Rajang moveset and you should be fine. But what'd you guys think about the quest? Because I think it was really cool that the quest basically had an easy way for you to do it. In case you just want to get the layered armor, you don't have to engage with the crazy powerful Rajang. But at the same time, they give you a really cool challenge if you're someone that's looking for that added difficulty. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section down below. If you want to catch more stuff from me, do remember I do have a second channel where I've been posting a lot of stuff in regards to MMOs mostly. I'm kind of going back to my roots a little bit while I'm waiting for the next bit of like Monster Hunter news or Elden Ring news. And I know there's been like some new gameplay released recently for Elden Ring, but unfortunately I didn't have access to it, so I don't really have a whole lot to say. Maybe I'll watch a couple of videos on it and I'll do something talking about Elden Ring, but you know, mostly right now what I've been doing is I've been streaming over on Twitch, playing some MMOs, playing Final Fantasy XIV. I can't wait for Endwalker later this year, and I'm probably going to be delving into Guild Wars 2 a little bit, so you can find a lot of content regarding to that in my second channel, but that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching. See you guys in the next one. Stay strong, stay safe, peace out.
万物必殺 関谷空烈派